Alright everybody, so we're here at my favorite department store, here in the poultry section, getting what I use for bait. So this is a great deal right here. It's 476. Not bad. You can't really beat that compared to some other baits. So we're at the crab spot. Here we go, gotta get in here. It's gonna be a bit of a drive. Whoa! Off-roading in the Nissan Sentra. There's a truck up here, hang on. There we go, we have to wait for that car too. Alright. Thankfully the ground's not too wet over here. When it gets really wet, there's a lot of mud and I get kind of worried. So. Alright, we're out here on a Sunday. Whoa! That's alright. During the week, there's not that many people here, but here at the weekend, obviously we have a lot of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a tent. We're just gonna join them. We're gonna park up, and we're gonna get to our spot. Thankfully, I don't see anybody at our spot, so we'll see how that goes. All right, hey, so we made it, even though there was a bunch of bumps in the road and a couple cars. So check it out. We got a lot of different traps here and all my other supplies. We're gonna go through it briefly. In another video, I'm gonna go through like a really in-depth, like what you should bring on a crabbing trip, but this is kind of the basics. So I have my net trap here, lots of line, need that for sure. Alright, we have that. We have one of these bad boys. These are cage traps, right? So I'll show you how to use those cage traps in a little bit. Set it down. And on the end here we have a tent post, or a tent stake rather. So this is so like you can put it in the ground, and even if it's a really strong current, it's not going to blow the trap away, like downstream. So I'm just setting this here, just so you guys can see what I got. I have a bucket. We're only catching about a dozen today, hopefully. I mean, I even really just want a few for the sake of this video, but this is what we need. I bring a bigger cooler if like I intend to catch a lot more, you know. So this right here, I keep this, this is my like, this is what shows me how long a crab has to be for me to keep it here in South Carolina, so that's 5 inches. Just a little zip tie. Nice little trick my parents taught me. Thanks, Dad. Alright, so here I got my bait bucket with my, the chicken that I'm using here. You know, in the previous video you saw I had the big 5-pound bag of chicken drumsticks. I use these little bags, of course, just to get a couple, because I'm only bringing 3 traps today, so I only need 3 drumsticks. You can reuse your bait. The crabs will go for anything, let's be honest. So yeah, I put my bait bag in here, of course. So you need a good net, you know, in case the crab starts getting away from you, you gotta net them, or maybe you just see one in the water, that's good too. Gotta have them. I got a little extra string on here, you never know. Last thing is just my other trap here. I got another cage trap, so come check this out. Blair, if you want to come here, my lovely camera person. I just want to show him I got one of these big Tupperwares here, and Blair hooked me up with this just so your car doesn't smell bad. You know, if you don't have like a big steak truck, this is gonna reduce some of that smell that, you know, putting these crab traps in the trunk of your car is gonna leave you. So, yeah. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here is show you guys how to use this cage trap. So I'm going to take my bait, put it inside. This is a really sturdy cage trap, so I'm not worried about the bait actually coming out. But just another thing my parents tuned me into is using one of these shower hooks, right? They're kind of just all-purpose things. They require like little effort. They last a long time too. So they're great to clamp things kind of. So I just put it through one of these diagonal parts here. Let's see. Grab it right there. Look at that. That's like barely gonna come out because this is actually the bottom, so I'm not too worried about it. For the other kind of traps it matters, but for this one not so much. See, that really won't come out. So okay, so the way this trap actually works is I'm gonna set it down and then the sides will open. They're just gonna walk in. I want that chicken real bad. So alright, awesome. So now we're gonna throw the trap in here. We have the line staked into the ground, it's back there. So here we go. Really, it just depends on like the type of creek that you're in, but like choosing the spot is also really important. You want to make sure the current isn't too strong, like pushing the crabs along. You want them to actually be able to walk on the ground, you know, the ocean floor, so that they can forage for food. So here we go. I mean, there's no science on how to throw it in the water. You just kind of throw it in. For these cage traps, you kind of want them to just land flat though, because they're opening up on those two sides. You don't want it to land sideways. So check it out. I actually got a trap here, another one of my cage traps. We're gonna see if we got one. This one's been in for about 5 minutes. So with these, you want to do a quick, sharp jerk, like pulling them in, and then you can kind of relax the pulling in as you normally. Just get the cage doors swinging shut. Nothing that time. Another small one, I think. Oh no, let's see. Well, it doesn't have any claws, but it doesn't matter if they have any claws or not. You can still keep them if they're large enough, like from point to point. So we're gonna see. Sometimes you just gotta manhandle it. So let's see. And yeah, a little more than 5 inches. All right, buddy. Look at me. Alright, so the way you got to keep the crabs alive is just keeping them cool. You don't want them out in the sun, so that if that means putting a little bit of water in there on a hot day like today, that's what you got to do. But otherwise, like an ice pack or maybe even just a couple of frozen water bottles will keep them alive for them, like long enough for you to go and eat them, of course. So, yep. Hey guys, this is me in post-production. I just wanted to show you how you can actually stick the hook through the bait, getting like a big chunk so the crabs can't pull it off. You can also use string or like a zip tie to secure it to the trap. But yeah, that's how you do it. Alright, so here we have one of those $3 net traps from Walmart, and I fortified it with my own string here because they break pretty easily. And I just made like 3 quick little knots on the bottom here and then tied it to a stronger string at the top. So the way that this trap works is it lays flat on the ocean floor, and then when you pull it up, it traps them up, and then you got to keep pulling. Unlike the cage trap, you want to keep a steady pull because crabs try to escape by swimming upward. Let's see what we got. Ooh, nice. Oh, he's just a little guy though. Let's check and see. So, alright. A couple ways we use to subdue the crabs, make sure they don't bite you. Either A, just put them directly into the bucket here. He's not that big though. I know we'll probably not be able to keep him. But let's see, I'll show you. So sometimes I just kind of step on him there and grab his claws. That'll work. Just gonna let go. Alright, and then from there they can't grab you obviously. So let's see, we're gonna check. Yeah, he doesn't quite need it. He's about 4. So the other way you could use is grabbing them back here by the swimmers. All the way back here. They won't bother you that way either. Lucky day, buddy, you get to go home. So that's the end of video 2, everybody. And I will say I did want it to go a little bit longer, but the wind was crazy. It was kind of hard to film and get a good sound quality. Again, I need to get a GoPro. And there was a lot of people there, and they were kind of like jumping in the water. And when there's a lot of people jumping in the water, the crabs tend to swim away. So I just caught those 2 that you saw, but there's gonna be other videos where we catch a lot more. And I'm gonna teach you guys a little bit more about tips and like pretty good tricks for catching crabs. You'll see. But I don't want to get too much into it just in the conclusion of this video. But yeah, expect a video 3 for sure. And that's that one's probably going to be a comprehensive gear list. We'll see. Either that or I might just do like a catch, clean, and cook. We'll see. And I'm going to start fishing a little bit too. Got to start branching out into other things. But yeah, that was it. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you like this content, like and subscribe. We'll see. Maybe I'll do something else in the future too. More recipes. I gotta show you guys how to make the crab cakes. That's the killer. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.